An injury on a knee is physical damage to skin and tissue, but to the skater who earned it during a grueling, victorious season, that scar represents discipline, resilience, and hard-won triumph. The object itself is a simple physical fact until we understand the work behind it. That underlying meaning is what we tackle in Prewriting 3. You have described your object, and you have told a specific story about it. Now you have to answer the so what question. In this step, you will brainstorm and write at least 2 paragraphs that explain the deep significance of your chosen object, the person it belonged to, or the time in your life it represents. Before you start, put your formal essay brain on pause. Do not worry about grammar, formatting, or crafting the perfect thesis statement. The goal right now is to capture your raw, unpolished thoughts. Getting that philosophical truth onto the page today is how you build a structurally sound and meaningful essay tomorrow. Think of your first 2 pre-writing assignments as your evidence. Pre-writing 1 gave us the sensory details, and pre-writing 2 gave us the specific narrative of how the object was used. Pre-writing 3 is your explanation. This is where you explicitly step in and tell your audience how they should interpret that evidence. A story without its deeper significance is incomplete. You can mix the flour, eggs, and sugar of a good narrative, but if you want a chocolate cake, you have to actually add the chocolate. The meaning is the active ingredient. It is easy to assume your reader will automatically feel the emotional weight of your object just by reading a surface-level story. They will not. They do not share your exact life experiences. You have to guide them. Providing that explicit explanation elevates a personal anecdote into an essay that anyone can connect with. To find that explanation, go back and read through your narrative from Prewriting 2. Look for small, even accidental drops of emotion that you can expand on. Take this student example. A cast iron skillet is a common kitchen tool, but this specific skillet was passed down through 3 generations. While writing her narrative about cooking, the student included a simple line about standing on a stool next to her mom, feeling as if I was a part of making dinner. By isolating that single thought, the writer can build out an entirely new paragraph exploring the emotional bond formed in that kitchen, turning a story about cooking into a meditation on family connection. Consider another student who wrote about his grandfather's walking stick, a heavily taped, scratched-up machete. The physical narrative describes the grandfather patrolling the property at night with the blade in hand. The explanation connects that memory to the grandson's ultimate feeling of safety. The object bridges the physical action to the emotional truth. Your previous writing already contains the blueprint for your essay's meaning. You just have to look closely enough to excavate it. If you find yourself stuck summarizing the plot of your story, you need to get philosophical. Use specific questions to force yourself into deeper analytical thinking. First, ask yourself, what does this object reveal about the original owner, or the specific era it represents? Second, how does this object actively demonstrate the importance of that person or memory to you today? Third, how did the object, or the experiences tied to it, change you? Pause the video right now. Use these questions as prompts and start writing 2 paragraphs. Remember, your draft can be a disorganized, messy list of emotional thoughts and practical observations. Prioritize output over structure. Forcing yourself to answer these difficult questions is the exact mechanism that elevates a physical item into a true emblem. Once you have those 2 paragraphs down, take a breath. You have completed Prewriting 3, which means the hardest conceptual work is done. You have successfully generated the rich, philosophical core that will anchor your entire essay. Now you are ready for the next phase. You will gather Prewritings 1, 2, and 3, and prepare to move into the formal drafting stage. Drafting is an editorial task. You will look at all the raw ingredients you have generated and decide what to keep, what to throw out, and how to stitch the best pieces together logically. For now, you get full credit for this step simply for thoughtfully getting your raw ideas onto the page. By trusting this messy but vital brainstorming process, you have officially gathered all the necessary materials to construct a powerful, meaningful personal essay.